Around a half an hour after the bear came through, all of a sudden there comes a doe down the same trail as you're watching this buck come down now. She came hauling down it pretty fast. Then around 5 minutes later, I look up, I see another deer coming. Now this is early October still, but just the way everything was going down, I am kind of assuming it's a buck. So I pull up my binos, and I see it's a spike, so I get on the camera to get some video. So as you're watching here, you can see I just went from filming those two different 7 points, which they're both 7 points, what you'll see here later in the video a little bit where they come in really close. But as I'm watching those two starting feeding in, I look down to my right and I see some doe come feeding up through. So I'm turning the camera here onto them for a little bit. You guys can get some rolls and video clips of the doe that come feeding up by me and see how close they get to me. As you see here, as I pop up the arrow, as I'm watching these 4 doe feed out just 3-4 yards below me, I see another string of doe, which I saw deer at first, go walking by from the left, around where the arrow started at, walking to the right of me, kind of in a diagonal way. So I pull up the binose real quick. Well, I do it slowly because of the deer right there. But I pull them up slowly. I look at it. All four were doe that I saw, and then there was a fifth one come walking by a little bit behind. It was a way bigger deer, so I'm assuming it's a buck. But I never got a good look at it to confirm. At this point, as I go between videoing the tall and narrow 7-point and the wider 7-point, there is also a third buck that came out with these two at the very beginning. Well, I'm not really sure I got any video of that. It was a small spiker 4-point, I can't totally remember. But it came out with that and another doe. So both of those deer are feeding 30 yards behind and up farther to my left than what these deer are. These deer are both at a diagonal down to my left right now, but they are feeding towards me rather slowly. This is probably 30 minutes into seeing everything, and these deer right now are probably 35 yards from me, and I'm just like enjoying the show, watching everything happen. So at this point, I am watching this 7-point, and the other 7-point that is, I'll be going back and forth to, both around 20-ish yards. The taller 7 went through first, and then, or no, the taller 7 is still back behind it feeding. This 7 is walking through now, but they're like in and out of like 20, 25 yards each, as I have a few other doe to my right. So even if I did want to shoot one of these bucks, I would not have been able to. But there was much larger bucks like in the area I've been seeing. So I was like letting them both go, just enjoying the show, as I said earlier. And it was really cool seeing, roughly at one point, I think there was, I believe, 13 deer total, 4 bucks, most likely. Well, 4 bucks total that I know of, because I also saw a spike in the one group, but there also might have been a buck in that group of 5 that I pointed out earlier. So overall, this was a really good hunt, and really enjoyed being able to see this many deer this early in the season. This was like the second weekend in October. As I said earlier, this is real early in the year. This is the first video of 2 that I'm gonna be able to produce for the 2024 archery season in PA. So stay tuned for the second video to drop.